Okay, so let's start with this. So, so what are the different components of SIM? So that's what we were discussing last week. So SIM is what? Which is like used to collect the logs from various log sources. Okay, and they will be getting stored in one centralized location. Okay, means like these are different servers. Okay, and they'll be having a what do you say, database. Okay, all the logs from different sources will be getting stored in this particular location. In the SIM you will have this database. Okay, so this is called as just like database where your different logs indexes are there, and those indexes will be getting stored. Okay. Yeah, okay, like this you consider. And then SIM is not just the database, it requires the database, but also you should have something called as, this is like you say, um, which will be having the search engine which takes care of whatever the logs you have to access them to specific, like as per your need you can write the queries and you can get that data. That is like a search engine will take care of that. Okay, and reporting will help you in creating these searches into some form of reports. Okay, like dashboards or reports to your management, to show them to your management and share it with them. And also you have something called as alerting. Okay, what is the difference in between reporting and alerting? Reporting, it requires like whatever you have written in the query, um, like for a specific duration of the time on specific condition. But alert is not specific to any time or anything. It's just like real time when it is happening during that particular time. Anomalies will be detected. If someone is like trying to log into the firewall with so and so user account credentials, only the admin should be able to access, but they are trying to access. So if it is like 5 times or 4 times something login attempt happens, if for every login attempt the log will get generated. So those logs will be sent to the Splunk, and Splunk, each and every log entry whatever it is coming here, will be trying to correlate it. Correlate means, oh, first failed attempt happened, second failed attempt happened, like that. Automatically in real time, Splunk alert engine will be correlating it. It will be updating the count value, how many times within 1 minute happened. Our alert we have given in such a way that if it happens 5 times, then it should raise an alert. That is how it is. If it is like 4 times happened, alert engine knows that, okay, I should not raise any alert because it is within 1 minute 4 times only happened. All such things will be taken care by the alert engine. We'll discuss all these things little later, but as of now, this is what at a higher level which we have covered. Okay, and as I said, these are different types of sources from where the logs will be generated. Okay, then we started discussing about the log collection mechanism, because these are the sources. So log collection mechanisms means you have two different types of log collection mechanism. One is agent based and the other one is agentless. And you can agent based also, you sometimes you'll be using, if you don't install any software, at least you will use some scripts, maybe Python, Perl, or some other scripts you might be using it. Okay, so now let's talk about the agent software, agent based or script based. Now if you take this Splunk gives some sort of, excuse me, Splunk gives some sort of software that you are going to install on this particular machine, and this particular machine will help you to collect the logs. Okay, and then those logs will be sent to the database. And next, what is happening? You have the script. If it in case scripts it, what it will do, it will also take the logs from specific location and send these logs to the SIEM. Okay, so that is the log collection mechanism. So this will have other capabilities like aggregation. Okay, this aggregation itself like nothing but parsing. Parsing means I have this, I don't want this, I don't want this. I'll put new, what do you say, field that is IP address of the machine. Then it will become the complete. Once if it goes to the other system, when it is getting collected here at this machine, in the logs, it might not have put the IP address. Now I am putting the source IP. I mean, like the IP address from where this machine actually sending it. Okay, so and it might be putting some log like from where it is sending. So this might be source IP or client IP or something like that. Some field it will be appending, and this is might be destination IP, something like where it is sending the log. All such information it might be just keeping it in the log line itself. Okay, so this is about the agent based. Agentless is like you are creating a service account. You will go to the account manager here and create a new account and use those from that particular machine, whether from Windows or Linux machine, new account, service account will be created, which is for specific service purpose you are using it to log into this machine by any other system which are having these credentials. Okay, so now what I'll do is this is the system. Okay, the Splunk system. Here, what you'll do, you'll enter the service account details of this machine to collect the logs. Okay, from this machine to this means this process is called as pulling. The first process, whatever we have observed with the agent based, is like push. Push means sending the logs from what do you say from the device from where the logs are getting collected to the SIEM is called as pushing. Means here you are installing a software. Okay, so this is a source. Okay, so you're sending the logs. So that's why you call it as push mechanism. There is something called as a pull mechanism. Since you are not allowed to install, some big companies they don't allow to install any softwares in that particular machines. So that is the reason you have to pull the logs. How you are going to pull the logs? You are going to pull the logs from the credentials whatever they have given to you in the SIEM. Give me a second. Okay, so the logs whatever you are pulling, you don't have any software installed which helps you to push the logs from here to or parse the logs whenever we are collecting itself and sending it to the SIEM. So you were just trying to connect this machine. Okay, this is the source, and you are just pulling those logs onto this machine. Okay, you are pulling the logs, you are connecting to this and you are pulling them. Okay, so that's why this is called as pull. pull method. Okay, so pull will be done during the like agentless, means like only the when you have the service account created, during that time only pull method will be used. Okay, now when it comes to the collection mechanism, we have seen different types of log sources. Okay, but predominantly you have only two types of log sources. For example, if you take a Linux, okay, it creates a syslog. If you take a Windows machine, it creates the what do you say, Windows event logs. If you take what do you say, any router, it creates a syslog. Okay, if you take any other machine, something like say for example, firewall, WAF, any other devices, they provide the syslogs only. So application servers, I'm not denying that those are different types, but I'm talking about the operating systems. Operating systems, either you have the Windows, even Mac also will develop the, I mean, like will provide the logs in syslog format only. But I'm not talking about the application. Application layers means developers will create those different formats. That it is totally different. We are not talking about them. We'll be seeing them later. Okay. If it is like firewall traffic, we are not talking about them. Only the firewall related operating system we are talking. Okay. So those logs will be like if it is a software firewall, but if you are installing it in some sort of anything, then it will become an application. But if it is software itself, which is if it is an hardware itself, if it is a network related firewall, then it must be something developed on Unix or Linux. Okay, so you have Windows and sorry, you have syslog. Okay, and second one is Win event logs, Windows event logs. Okay, so the syslogs format. Okay, this is the syslog format, guys. Timestamp. Okay, will be there. And next field, pipe, I'm putting it for different field. Okay, source name. Source means like host name or source name, anything. Uh, Host name, I'll put it. Host name. And next field is process name. Okay, next field is process ID. Next field will be colon. Okay, then the message starts. Okay, that message will be two digits. It will be facility ID. Facility ID means which part of the operating system this log is generated. Okay, and severity. Severity means severity. Okay, severity means is it emergency related message? Is it like just a warning message? Is it error message? If you are a developer, you might have seen these in debugging things, right? So definitely uh, you might be knowing. But if you are not aware of it, like we have different types of uh, facilities are there. Example, just take whether it is a kernel, okay, or it is a mail, or it is a like you just remember IDs. Even I also don't remember. If you, I didn't by heart it. If you want, you can by heart it. If someone is going to
Security.
ask you, yeah, security, okay, then NTP, okay, then you have so many such things. But any one of these, okay, will be having these are severity levels. Okay. First, it is the zeroth one. That is like debug. No, no. This is like the first one is
Emergency.
emergency. Emergency. Then it is this is okay. You just
Critical.
take it off. Okay. Critical. Okay. Then you have warning.
Error.
Warning only. Error, right? Error, then
Yes.
warning. Error, then warning. warning, then
notice,
notice, then information, right?
yeah, information.
Then debug. Okay, these are debug. Okay, I think the top one is 0. Here, this is 7, I guess. 7. No, 8, correct. 8. So this it will be having 8 number. Okay, 7
No, Raja,
numbers.
it's a 0, 1, 2, 3.
No,
Emergency 0.
emergency 0. That's what I'm coming from down, right?
But we,
6,
we don't have a 8 error codes. We have only 0 to 7.
7 only. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Then then it is 5, 6, 7. Just remember. Okay. Uh, 4. Okay. 3, 2. Oh, what happened? There's something I'm missing then,
One thing
definitely.
is missed.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
me check.
emergency
No, no, no.
critical
First
warning.
one will be the emergency. Second one will be, oh, forgot, man. This one is emergency to this thing. There is something called as alert. I think this is the thing which I forgot. Alert should be there. That's what 8 things should be there. I'm 100%. So these are the different. So say for example, what I can say is if it is like kernel level, kernel is 0 here. Okay. Mail is, I mean, like user level messages should be there. I forgot put it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like facility also some different IDs are there, but kernel is 0. Okay. Now what I'll do is kernel is 0, right? And if I'll be having here 0 and 0, then I will come to know that it belongs to kernel and it is very emergency message, I mean emergency event, whatever it is recorded. In the sense, some battery low or network is not at all present or something like that. Some like something very emergency related things. Okay, so that's the thing, and we have something called as Windows logs. What is the Windows logs? Windows logs are the logs that are generated by the Windows machine. But what are the important things to be noted in Windows logs? It should be the Windows event ID or code
Application
or code.
security.
Code. No, no. What are the important things in the log? Okay, Windows ID or code. Okay, and you should have the name. Okay, because the code will give you the entire message what happened itself. Means like if you know the code, you know what it is belongs to. Which type of the event it is. Okay, whether it is login event or logout event or successful login event or failed login attempt, or if it is network login attempt, or if it is a shared account login or something like that. Anything one for everything event ID is there. Using that, you can actually get that information. And the second point is the host name. Host name is the important thing. But you have in which format the Windows event logs will get generated. This is the syslog format. Which one? This one. Okay. But this is the XML format. Okay, but XML format it is not useful for that. So that what we'll do is we'll take them and we will be converting them as the SIM understandable format by our agent like Splunk forwarder, whichever we have installed on the source machine. Okay, I have not shown any Splunk forwarder installation or anything, but just remember that. Okay, so this is the host machine's name you remember, and that is the host machine. Instead of that, it will be computer name. I whatever it is, it will be like computer name in Windows. Take that and this thing, and you can start writing the queries. That is the easiest way. Okay, so uh, I would like to. Okay, let's see. Later point of time, we'll see what are different events and all. Okay, so these are the Windows and syslogs, and now we have finished the collection mechanisms. Okay, right, different types how we can collect. Let's see, get in touch with what do you say now with respect to the aggregator. Okay, see, aggregator, I can tell you only one particular thing. Say, for example, if you are installing any aggregator, it will help you to uh, what do you say? What I can say? Um, it will help you in like adding and removing, like parsing. Parsing means taking the one part. I mean, like taking the log. Okay. Now the syslog has generated only this much. Okay. Now I might not need. Okay. One more thing I forget here. Sorry, guys. I'll be putting it here. No, no, no. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Here the message, actual message. Okay, the actual message. But this entire part from facility itself, it is message. Okay. Um, uh, so that is how it is. Okay. Uh, so to in order to have this, what do you say, the agentless, uh, the same thing. What happens is like you will be okay. Before to that, first of all, let's discuss about the uh, what do you say, aggregator related activities. What the aggregator does. Okay, so now you want uh, you are collecting different logs from different locations. Say for example, from here itself, the agent is actually pulling the logs right from your machine. Okay, like you have a web application, like say for example, Windows only you take security logs you are getting uh, what do you say, um, application logs, you're getting system logs, and you're getting setup logs. Okay, so now I would like to put all, but they are coming in sequentially. No, they are just randomly they are coming. They are just randomly they are coming. Okay, now immediately these are the collection work. What it is doing, immediately aggregator will jump in, and the aggregator what it will do. Okay, take this. This is the syslog. Take the sorry, this is the application log. Take this also. This is an application log. Take this as well. This is an application log. Okay, and bundle and make sure like uh, batch them separately. In the sense that, I mean, batching means not sending, like add specific context to it, that these are the system logs. How you will come to know? Okay, because these are the something like ID based, right? So automatically your system will come to know. But when it comes like the aggregator, it takes care like okay, the source type it will be putting. Okay, and the context like application logs, these are something like that it will be putting, and it will be putting some extra fields. As I said, the source and the destination IP address. The source means something like your name. Okay, sorry, your IP address. Okay, destination means where the SIM is going. I'll like to put one more example for the same thing when it comes to what aggregator might do for you to better understand about what do you say, what is meant by uh, uh, parsing. Okay, so for example, I have received this is an application server. Okay, this is containing some information that some banking transaction related activity. Okay, so this has got something like timestamp. Okay, and some information like some customer ID, okay, okay, something is there, and some card information, okay, and type of transaction, okay, um, and some message. Example you take like this, some information is there. Usually card information, whatever it's stored, say for example, it is like this, something 1049 something 192 so 31945 something 1932 something like this it is, okay, just remember that, okay. Cu- okay, yeah. And the customer ID is something like this, okay, uh, that is some 101234 something, okay. Timestamp, as you know, timestamp, um, okay, 10 colon means like 23 something 30, I mean like 05 something, hour is 2, okay, something, some date with something is that timestamp is there, something, okay. And type of transaction, it is debit transaction, something, and some message like swiped data, okay, swiped, card swiped, okay, card swiped. He hasn't logged in or I mean like entered any transaction motor, just transaction swiped. Something card is just swiped now. So this is coming in the plain text format. Okay. Now I don't want to be showing like this to the customer. Okay. So whatever the log I receive, okay, from this machine, okay, whether it is pull or push based method, okay, the parsing capability, if it is there at the collector, it will be doing that particular task at the collector itself, log collection itself, location itself, source itself. If it is agentless, the same activity parsing capability will be there at the SIEM location. Okay. So what is meant by parsing? Parsing means you have to like some banks regulations or some personal information of a customer. Okay. Say, for example, they say that in their guidelines that please don't show as is. Either you use the masked numbers, like at least this from this portion to this portion, you have to mask. Okay. So what you will do, you will be putting all the words instead of like numbers like this, you will be immediately parsing it. You will be written logic in such a way that you will be, yeah, putting all XXX. Okay, like this. Like this XXX you will see, right, sometimes. So you will be like this. Only last two digits and first two digits will be there. Okay. And this will be called as you have altered the log, whichever it was there like that and converted in this format. This is called as also a parsing. And you will be adding the other information. Okay. Like the source IP, destination IP, where it is going. Okay. And uh, some other information, whichever it is required, source type, host uh, name, or something like that. All such information you will be putting. You'll be sending like index to which it is going, that index ID. All those things you will be putting and sending. So this is called as the the. So this is the aggregate. Typically, when a log when logs are first sent from a particular point to a centralized server, that typically you'll have one or more log aggregators. Usually, sometimes, as I say, sometimes some of those aggregators will be there at the I mean like the aggregator might be here or sometimes here. Okay, so if you take it here itself, okay, because many companies what they feel is instead of putting the burden of that particular task on this, 90% of those aggregators will be here. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, um, so uh, what happens is like it takes the logs and starts parsing them. Parsing means like I don't want this field. I don't want facilities field. I don't want what do you say timestamp field. I'll put my own timestamp. Okay, whenever I'm collecting it. Okay, or some of them like they will use the same timestamp. Okay, and some of them what they use is they don't want the process ID or something like that. Say for example they don't use okay process name. Sorry. Yeah, process ID, because it might be like randomly, sometimes it will be getting changed. I don't want it. Why I want it? Facility ID, I don't want it. Okay. Severity. So those chopping of the things which I don't want and which I want is called as parsing. And within that, the aggregation itself, the context, whatever some of the fields got changed, right? This is called as log enrichment. Okay, log enrichment, where you are putting some other like putting new fields also comes under enrichment. But removing like I don't want all these things is called as parsing. Okay, so what so now you should be able to what do you say um, what do you say the main purpose is like first you chop them whichever it is not required for you, you add them whatever it is required for you. So this is very important for any aggregator. When you do this thing at the client itself, source itself, so sometimes what it happens is like whatever the required things only you'll be able to like your SIEM will be little fast. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, so that is more than sufficient for you to what do you say for this particular thing. Now let's get into some other aspects. Um, till now, okay, uh, we have let me go up. Okay, this okay, we have covered, covered. Then what else? Yeah, okay. Shall we? Uh, okay. I think I explained log broker, right? Broker means, say for example, this particular systems are under one location. Okay. Say for example, this is under Bangalore location. Okay. Yeah. Now what happened if the
Locus
Bangalore
only,
has
right?
yes, correct. If the
Yeah,
Bangalore
you
location, yeah,
explained.
I explained. Yeah, Bangalore location has got internet connection down, or this is in US. The SIM is in US. If it has got some sort of uh, some kind of internet connectivity issue, so either from my side to SIM side, I am not able to connect, or SIM is not able to reach me. Any one of those two locations, some some sort of different uh, things might be happening. Okay, so what do you think about that? Means like, is it any issue? Is that this one is yes, the logs are not going right. So what I'll do is this centralized thing, I'll make it happen here. Instead of I'll remove all these things. Let me uh, just put it over here. Uh, let me put it here. Remove these things. Okay, no, let it be here. Okay, uh, remove these things. Okay, this is the broker. Okay, what I'll do is I'll be sending the logs to this machine. Okay, this is the location where all my logs will be getting stored till certain extent. Say, for example, this might be some 10 TB space, something. So even if it is like one day, if there is no internet connection in my office, or I'm not able to reach this office, I will be able to store the logs from these machines here temporarily. Okay. What is the use of it? Yes, because if there is an internet connection gets disconnected from your machine to your system to the SIM. Okay, so the internal space, whatever it is there in your um, log forwarder, means like the collector. Okay, it is just very little. Okay, maybe 1 GB or something like that. So that might get filled up maybe within 15 minutes. So, but the internet connection will not be there for 1 hour, 2 hours, say for example, connecting with your US uh, SIM. Okay, so that time what happens? You are not able to send the logs to your SIM. So this is a problem, right? Ultimately. So what you are going to do? You are going to use a broker. Broker will start collecting the logs. So here one more problem is if after 1 GB, the logs will be getting stored, but only the latest logs will be stored. All the old logs, when the SIM I mean like this capacity of 1 GB reaches, the old logs will be getting cleared, and the new logs will be getting generated. Because of this, you will not be in a position to know what's happening in that particular machine, even at least after the power comes back. What happened to those machines per within that 1 hour of time? Because what if the internet connection is actually brought down by an attacker itself? Correct, right? We don't know what. So if the logs, if they comes to know that you are not having any broker or something, then he might be like making you blindfolded, and he might be taking you to a location. I mean, like to something where like he might have compromised or something like that. So SIM will never come to know about what happened during that amount of time if there is no broker. So that's why instead of this system having only 1 GB of log space, let's have along with that set 10 TB of some log space where everybody can send them. As soon as the when internet restore comes, these all historical logs. That's why I'm telling now they are historical logs. They are not real-time logs. Will be sent to the Splunk to get stored in their indexes. Okay, so that is the use of the log broker. Okay, now so um, then what else we can have any things? Yeah, okay. I would like to give you some basics about what do you say? The different types of approaches what we usually uh, look at from the suspicious spots. Okay, I just want to give you. So usually, how you're going? You got the logs, okay, and you are taking it to um, the system. Okay, say for example, um, first thing it is things to be remembered is um, how you can actually um, uh, what do you say? How you can actually identify a threat. Okay, so now the logs are received. The next part is like you have to search. Okay, so in whichever ways we can search the such that there are some system which are very much what do you say? Um, what do you say? System which are very much uh, uh, suspicious, okay, or anomalies. Okay, so for that you need to have searching. So searching, once if you do searching, then you can create the dashboards. Okay, then only you will be able to able to view what's happening with your system. Without searching, there won't be any like you won't be in a position to at least to know what's happening with your like a system where alerting will also cannot be done. Okay, so searching is important. Okay, And searching is also can be said as, okay, alerting is a proactive method, like real-time searching. Real-timely, it will going through the log. My search query will trigger this event or not. No, you go forward to the next event. Any of my alerts, okay, um, I will try to, if I take this event and search the log, this entire log, whether it will get triggered or not. Correlation will get triggered or not. No, you go to that next. One more log comes in. So real time, every log, whatever it is coming in, it is checked by the alerting. So search for historical data for us to see. Alerting, same search only for real time data to detect the alert. I mean, like whatever the correlation we have written. Okay. So, the power of, like as I said, the main ability of the uh, uh, collecting the logs is taken care by the using the search software. Okay, so you know how to write the queries, right, guys? In SQL queries, if someone doesn't know, just you'll be having select star from, correct, right? That is what we do, right? Like this.
Yeah.
Select star. Star means which database. I am telling entire all the database. So here if you say employee means employee database. Correct, right? Same thing we have. Okay. Index means from which uh, storage you have different databases. Okay. So which database you want to collect it. That is what index. If you say star means all the databases. Instead of that, I am telling test e-data. Just think like that. Okay. E-data it is. Okay. I've taken it like this. Okay. This is my specific data which I'm trying to connect. Give me a second. Sorry, yes. So this is a test e-data is one example which I'm telling. This is the database. Now you should compare it with like this. Select, select employee like this. If you want, you can give star here. The same way you can give for all the database. You can give star there. Okay, not at all a problem. No need to worry about it. Okay, okay. Now then, what else? Okay. As I said, for everything, okay, it requires something called as what do you say? Mm, what do you say? It is getting stored, and we are adding the context, right? Okay. So what is the context? Usually, what we add during these things, guys. Remember that is sometimes we'll add host source name, right? So you can give predominantly here the source source type means which type of logs. You can give source name also, but predominantly what you use is source type. Source type means which types of logs you are referring. Are you referring syslogs? Okay. Are you referring Windows event logs? Are you referring uh, Palo Alto pan? Okay. Malay is pan traffic logs. Okay. So are you looking for, say, for example, packets you want to see, like IP packet or application layer, traffic, all those things. So stream IP. Okay. Like this you can see. Or stream HTTP. Let me move this. So this is different types of sources. You will come to know about them after some time. But these are different types of sources. As I said, you will be batching all the logs, right? This is how you'll be batching them. Okay. So now uh, this is the source type, right? So there are different systems. They use different databases, but in Splunk we are using some what do you say? I think Splunk database, what it is. I don't remember it. Let me check. The MongoDB. Splunk DB. Uh, uh, which database Splunk DB uses? DB2 only. Okay. Anything? No. Indexes are stored in. So indexes. I think they have their own indexes tables. I think they have their own. I forgot.
I think it's MongoDB.
MongoDB only.
Yeah.
Okay. Easiest way how you know. Okay. Just go to the index. Okay. Go to the index as main. I think main index. Index is equal to main. Okay. Enter the source type. You will get the main logs are nothing but the Splunk logs. Whatever the Splunk you have, right? Those also will generate some logs. Okay, not only source, you have to sometimes monitor Splunk also, right? What's happening with it? Say that Splunk server is there? What's happening with its health and all other things?
So Raghav, like, so
Yeah,
basically the indexes, I mean the data is stored in indexes, right?
true, correct. It will be stored in the index, and each index will have different source types.
Yeah.
Okay, say for example, um, my machine related to the say for example, application server. Okay, this application server is purely from the external sources who can actually log into my system. Okay, who are logging into my system. Say for example, you have say for example, so okay, you take DMZ. Your company is uh, Amazon.com. So DMZ will have multiple servers, all are serving the same page, right? You have multiple servers in the DMZ, okay, but all are serving the same page. So same page in the same Amazon.com only they are serving. But to do the load balancing, you have multiple servers. Example, okay. So you are collecting the logs from those servers, okay. All are giving the same purpose, okay. All are for the same purpose. All are for the, I mean, like for the same with the intention that they have kept it over there. So instead of the host name might be getting changed, but the source type will never get changed. Okay. So for example, the machine one, which is in the DMZ, is also serving Amazon.com web page. Machine two is also serving Amazon.com web page. Maybe Amazon, they might be hosting like, if it is like geographical location, if someone is trying to send the logs, it might be some uh, like localization the data might be sending for in some servers. Okay, if it is some server something related to from I mean like Europe, it is coming means like if it is from France, the French website will it'll be sending the third server. The first server it will be for English. The second server it might be for something, but all are meant for that location. Means they are grouped to the same sort of what do you say purpose, but uh, those are when they are generating the logs. Okay, they are all sending the logs from their application server side to the application logs what they have collecting to the same what do you say index. Okay, but the index is same, but the source type when you are adding, Okay, you might be adding it as something like what do you say, the HTTP web logs. Okay, the source type is web logs. Then source might be from which folder they have actually pulled. That context it will be added. Okay, and sent to the server. And once you are launching them, so you want all these three servers web related logs you want. Okay, and from the same machines, what is the problem is from the same machine there is something called as operating system level logs, that is syslogs or Windows event logs are also getting generated. Those Windows event logs and operating systems are logs also sent to the same indexer because they are all belongs to the same ecosystem, that is DMZ ecosystem. Okay, so they all went to that location. Now I want to view the logs, okay, from that particular data, I mean like indexer. So what I'll do, now I have an option whether I have to watch, I mean like see the what do you say, operating system logs, or I have to see the application server logs, that is web application server logs. Now I have chosen like to select, my intention is to view now uh, application server logs. So what I'll do, I will start monitoring. I mean, I'll give source type as the main thing, that what's my main intention, which logs I'm looking. So source type is that much important. So for everything, if you have source also, if you give source means there is no pointer. Source means the source IP address or source host name or something like that. If you give
Hey
that
Raghav,
source name or
are you
yeah,
sharing something? Like you're seeing
no,
the
I'm not
browser.
sharing. I'm not
Okay,
sharing.
okay, cool.
I'm not
Okay.
sharing. Only the browser. So just remember, there is nothing you need to like worry about. Which context you want to look the logs, whether you want to look it from the operating point of view context, or you want to see the the application point of context. That is the reason I was keep repeating you guys that if it is a firewall, operating system is there, firewall will also have some certain task, that is like blocking the traffic. That is at the application level. So that is called as the traffic level, containing the which traffic has to be allowed, which traffic should not be allowed. So that's why we have different types of categories are there. One is like system level, okay, and another one is traffic level. So firewall will have two categories. So first source type is system, PAN system, Palo Alto Network System. If it is a Palo Alto network, just I'm giving source name, and another source name is okay, PAL, what is that, traffic. Okay, same way Windows, like source type will be there. Do you want like Windows event logs, or you want just application server logs in that particular machine? But the source from where the logs both are generated from the system and as well as application are the same. So don't ever use, okay, source alone to get the view the logs, because it gives all source type logs. Is this clear or not? Everyone, you tell me before we go to the next step.
Step.
Sure, 100%. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear anything from
Yes, sir.
Sunita and
Yes, yes, yes.
Subrato.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's
Okay,
clear.
yeah. So now let me. Uh, uh, Teja, I will just
Yes, sir.
share the. Okay, before to that, um, what else we can. Okay, okay. Now let us see different common fields in any not only here, any log. Okay, let me share the screen. Mm, okay, request the desktop. Some of the important fields let us see today. Field types. Okay, different field types. So before you alert, first you should know about all these things like fields and everything. Okay, this is some guys. I haven't started anything about the Splunk yet. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm just helping you guys to before we start. What I'm just giving the context. So don't worry about anything. If you are seeing so many options here, your focus should be here. That's it. So this is called as search. Okay, now index is equal to test data. Now I'm just searching. Okay, instead of that, I have to put this. I will be selecting which time range I want it and just click it. Now I got this, guys. Okay, so different logs I'm seeing it. Okay, so these are like some application server logs. These are like some, as you see, accept language, bytes in, bytes out, and these are some content, I guess, web content here. So all those things. So you have predominantly this thing here, like left side. This is are the fields that are like web. These are called as fields. Okay. If you clearly observe in Splunk, there are selected fields. Means by default they are selected. Okay. Say for example, this is the host name. Usually by default, host name, index, sorry, host name, index, and source will be there by default. Remaining these things, I think Teja has included in that. Okay, if you want, he can actually remove. But if you don't want, you can. It is not required. And these are the different other log events. I mean, like field events, other fields of the log. Okay, so the what are these? Okay, whatever you are seeing here. Say for example, whatever say accept you are seeing, right? So accept is a field. Okay, but here it is not showing. But if I say like um, what is it? That's count. Okay. No, web you have. Teja, you have web logs. You don't have. Okay. First, let me show it with instead of all these things.
I have
No, let it
logs.
be. No, 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 no. Let it be. I'll show them the Splunk logs. Okay,
Okay.
that is better. Okay. I don't want to confuse them. Now, first of all, before we don't have any Splunk logs getting collected, but still we will have something called as main logs, which are generated from our Splunk itself. Okay, these are the main logs. Okay, this is the all type. Okay, so if you see here, okay, the logs whatever we have here is collected on this particular machine. Okay, now let me event code for Windows Microsoft Service. I don't want this. Um, okay, let it be. No problem. No problem. Okay, I only setup logs only we are getting here. No other things. Let me give me a second, guys. I will show you audit logs and different fields are there. Yeah, take this. In my system itself, some audit logs are there. These audit logs are related to uh, like when actually our what do you say? Our Teja is logged into this Splunk, and when he has like what he has done with those logs. Did he copy anything? Okay, to the any of those directories? All those things will be there. Okay, so this is the log, right? Okay, the log will be having something called as action field. If you see here, action is there. Okay, action is equal to search. Okay, action is equal to list under workload pools. Guys, you are seeing the screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, action is equal to, so other log action is equal to list underscore workload pools. What it is that you don't need to worry about it. Okay, forget. Then action is equal to search workload list, and there is one more thing is edit search scheduled priority. Okay, action is equal to, these are the fields, just remember. Then it is like health of the Splunk, it is showing list health. Okay, and uh, if I go like this, so many action is equal to list underscore health. Now action is equal to list underscore search, like that it is. But if you come here, okay, clearly see the fields whatever here. If I click, how many types of actions I might have done during that. I might have done search, listing. I will be sending some health related logs. Search related logs are getting stored here. Auditing. Okay. So some adding related things and list workflows, workload pools, some which are not, even I also doesn't know. Okay. Just think that all those things are nothing but the values. Okay. So Splunk, okay, uh, paint, paint here. If I'll take it, uh, yeah, okay. You take these are the database, right? Uh, where the indexer will be there, right? Forget about you are adding source type. Okay, source type will be like one more field. That's it. It is not like, as I said, in one folder it is getting stored, but it will be one field. It will be there. As soon as when you said so and so source type you need, all those related to that particular any event having the source type is equal to whatever you have given, those will be pulled from the database. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see the different fields. Okay, field one. Okay, say okay, this is the one, so one field. Okay, this is a one more field. Okay. Log will come and follow. I mean, like it will fall like this. I mean, internally it will fall like this, but they are in the log text format only. Internally, they will be falling like this, under one line. Logically, this is not physically how it happens. Okay. Okay. Different log parts, correct, right? As I said, timestamp will fall here. Okay. Process ID fall in the next part in the index. Okay. Like this, different things will come. This is what first event which received. So event one. So some sequentially they will get stored. But large, I mean, like I don't want to confuse you guys. It will be like just take this, copy it, repeat it. Okay. New event log generated, and it will be like this. Okay. Another event comes, they will get stored in the index like this. Okay. Okay. Now, clearly what is happening here is, okay, this is the action. Okay. And this is the source. Source is here. Okay. Source. Okay. And this is the source means the source from where the logs are generated, or host name, whatever you think. And there might be something like a source type. So many fields will be there. I'm just giving very few fields. Okay. Those type. And I'm like, so as soon as when I said, okay, and this is the, okay, sorry, where it is here, yes. Guys, you guys have any disturbance here? Are you? Are
No,
you facing? Someone is like shouting outside. Huh? Someone is shouting outside. Someone is singing outside. Oh God. Okay. So let it be. This. Oh, where it went. Yeah. So this particular thing is under one index. Okay. Under one index. Index. Okay. Now what I want the okay index is equal to okay. Say this index name is say for example something um, this is something whatever we have seen, right? What is that? Audit. Okay. So index is equal to what I'll do underscore audit. Okay, double quote I'm putting, even if you don't put, not an issue, but it's practice, very good practice. Okay. Now index is equal to audit. Now what do you want, it will ask. Okay, boss, there are different types of source type is there, but I want only the source type. If you see it clearly here, okay, I don't know how many source type here. Source type is only one, but some cases, as I said, like syslogs will be there, application server logs will be there from the same index. Okay. Now what I want is I want the what do you where it went? Yeah. Say for example, here this is something related to source type is something related to this log. Example I'm talking. Okay. Just remember this is something related to app server web server logs log. Okay. Web server log. Web server. Something like that. Okay. And there is a next one. Take this. That it. Yeah. Take it and put it over here. Example. One more. Okay. Like where it went. Okay. Like this it is. Same thing. So now you tell me one thing. Now I want source type from the same indexer. I want to collect what do you say, web server logs. What is the source type I have to give? How
web
many
server.
events I'll get? How many events I'll get?
3.
Web server 3 I will get. Correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now source type is equal to, say for example, web server. Okay, something like that, whichever it is there. Okay, and I've done it. Now it filtered all the unnecessary logs which are not required for me. Okay, that is the first point. Excellent. I want that to happen. It done. Okay. Now I want what's happened with the action. Means like I want to see how many of them are health related. Okay, like it is equal to uh, health underscore list or something is there, right? That is there. Okay, web server health also I'm taking checking something like um, okay, yeah, and it is not guaranteed that the same fields which are here will be here. Never. It is not like that. So I'll just cut this and put it over here, because those fields might be different and these fields might be different, but you will be having different fields. Control X, sorry, Control Z, take it, Control X, Control V. Okay, put it here. Control Z, Control V. Yeah, come here. Well, hey, why? What happened? Control Z, Control V.
No, why we need to maintain source type web server as 3? Why can't we maintain 1?
Where? Which one?
See here we maintained 3, right? Web
No, no,
server.
no, 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 no. I'm just giving examples. These
Okay.
are different fields. Fields to get you. So okay, two servers are there. Okay, three servers are there. Any server from whichever the location I'm getting. Okay, say for example, this is one machine. Oh, don't think like that. Why we have to give three and all? Okay, why I'm telling this is from this machine. Okay, this is a SIEM. In that one big indexer is there. Like that, one more indexer will be there. From this machine, when I'm getting the logs, so for example, this machine will be there. This machine will be there. Okay. Okay. So first log it is sent from here to here. Okay. The first log what I'm sending is this log. Okay. Now let me put that here. That same context from here to this index I'm sending it. Okay. Okay. This is a syslog example. Okay. Now syslog, this source name is okay, computer one. Sorry. This source name is computer one. One. This source name is host name is computer two. Host name computer two means like computer name from where. Okay, computer two. Okay, the computer one is sent the log. So what should be the source? So I mean like host name. So let me remove this. Okay, because it will confuse. Okay, I'll put it as host name. Okay, the source means source type it is. I haven't finished it. Okay, now you tell me this is a host name.
Computer 1.
No, I think I have to use this, I guess. Yeah. Okay, host name. Host name. Name is the field. Okay, so in the host name field, what it is going to store? You tell me from this system if it is log is received. Okay,
Computer 1.
computer one. Yes. The next log came. The next log is also from the same machine, but it is from the web server. Okay. Now what it will be storing? Source host name.
Computer 1.
Computer one. Okay. Here also computer one. One I forgot to put. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now the next log, whatever I have received, next log event, whatever I received is from computer 2, but it is a, so for example, I will get entire things, but I am for your for information, I'm just putting one field. That's it. I cannot put all the fields. Okay. So the next log received. Okay. The next log, whatever I received is from computer 2. What will be the host name? Computer 2. Okay. Now, when I received the first log event, the received from the first machine itself, but the syslog. Got it? I got, I have two locations here, right? Two paths. One is syslog is there, application server logs are there. The first thing what I've received from this machine is syslog. But computer one, syslogs I've received. Computer one, web log is also, web server logs also I've received. Is this clear or not, first of all?
No, if computer 2 sends web logs, then it goes to web server only, right?
Web server only. But that's the reason I said, okay, for you to
Then
do one,
why we need three web servers over here for
no,
each every source type for syslog one in indexer only one source type for For traffic,
No, no, no,
uh,
no, 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 no,
which
no, no, no,
website?
no, no. Okay, I'll do one thing. Huh?
Hope you got my point.
No, that's what I either I might have not clearly explained this, or I'll let me repeat it. Okay, Control X, Control X. Okay, let me go to home. Okay, collect it. Guys, bear with me for a minute. Control X. Okay, Control V. Okay, take it or put it little smaller thing. Come here. Okay, let me stop it and show you here on my machine itself. That's better. Let me share the screen. You're able to view my screen, right? Okay.
Yes.
So here, I'm getting from here the logs. Correct, right? Okay. Okay. Let me take that. Let me take this particular part. Which part? Here. The log, how it gets generated. This is the one. Okay. Syslogs only. Take it. Control C. Okay. Now let me just zoom it out. Just spread it across. Okay. Okay. Put it like this and move it towards here. Okay. And put it here. Control V. Okay. This is the indexer. Okay. Now, as I said, from two computers I have. Guys, listen to this carefully. Two computers I have. Okay. Forget about what is happening here. I have two things. Say, for example, Linux system only. I have two log sources. Two log sources I have here. Two log sources. Okay, remember this. One is sending the syslogs and another sending the web server logs. Here also I have the same kind of replication server, but for load balancing or something I'm using it. Okay, its purpose is the same. Okay, one is syslog and another is web server logs. Okay, now this is computer one. This is computer one. Computer one. Okay, this is computer two. Server I should say, but for our sake, computer I'm telling you. And now I'm sending the logs to where? Indexer. Correct, right? This is the indexer where these logs are coming and
Yes.
getting stored. Okay. Okay. Now the first log came. Okay. Now what I'll do is let me take this. Okay. It is like this. Okay. Now I will extend this to the down. Okay. And I will extend this to also to the down. Same thing. Yeah. I forgot to put a couple of steps in between, but we will put it. This is not required. This colon and all. I'll directly put it like this: facility ID, severity. I will just do one thing. Instead of severity, what I'll do is I'll delete this entire thing. Okay. What I'll do is I'll put it as like source type. Okay. Hmm. Source type I will be putting it. Okay. So now next what I'll do is first entry I'll make it here. Okay. Now you tell me the first thing. Timestamp is something random, something you give. Okay. Something you give. Okay. First entry happened. It is from the computer one. Okay. Now what will be the host name? Guys, Host name.
Computer one.
Yes, computer one. Computer one. Okay. So the process, some process that is like it is related to some
Login or
yes,
something.
yes, you are something. No, logging and all it comes there. Okay, just okay, and something, uh, and the process ID is 2435 something. Okay, and the source type is the source which sent this log is syslog. There are two types here we have. Okay, one is syslog, means from where I'm getting the logs, and another one is web server logs. Okay, this is operating system logs, system related logs. This is web applications of someone who tried to log into this web server, someone accessed the web page, someone actually added the product to the carts. All those things are here and here, both. Okay, no difference, both works the same way, but depending upon few customers will be sent here and few customers will be sent here. Okay, yeah, like this. Okay, now the source type is now syslogs. Okay, now I'll put it as syslogs. Syslog. Okay, now the severity is something blah 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 you give, 5 or something you give. Okay, and the message will be there. Something you give, whatever. Sorry, whatever, like user logged in successfully or something you give. Okay, this is the first entry. Is it clear? Now, if I want to know, like this is the first log of entered into this indexer. Okay, this is the indexer. Okay, now the second log started coming into this system. Okay, you will have some other fields also here if they are added everything, but I'm not showing everything here. So many fields will be there because some 50 fields, 100 fields like that it will be there. But I'm just adding whatever the context which we require for to know the searching and all. That only I'm doing this. Okay, the second log is also syslog. Okay, something like some timestamp, something. Okay, and it is from where? Computer one. Second log, whatever I received. It is like as soon as when these logs are getting filled in the syslog, they will be sending that logs to here. Means like as soon as a new log comes into the syslog folder, var log folder, it will be sent here. Okay, and now this will be some different process. Some say for example, kernel something, some message, some process. Okay, I don't even know that process. And here some process IDs 134 something. Okay. Okay. Now this is also what type of log, guys?
Syslog.
Yes, syslog. Okay, syslog. It is source type is again syslog. Okay, severity is some 3 or something like that. You give whatever you want. Okay, and something like process ID changed or process modification, something. I don't know what it is, but just remember that. Okay, so next, someone has actually deleted the logs. Okay, that is also syslog, but it is from computer 2. The next event, which is randomly. So here something happened, that time event get generated. In this system, someone has actually modified the logs. Automatically logs will be keep generating, right? During like it will be sending. Now it is also sending some such log. Okay, just now only I've created the index. Now it is sending the first log here. And the first log is something someone has actually deleted the log. So now what it will be here?
Computer 2.
Computer 2. Okay. Now it is something, some user related, something, some process name. Okay. And some um, ID, some ID. Okay. Now is it belongs to which logs? Someone
Syslog.
has modified. Yes, syslogs only because system related. Okay. So Okay, logs deleted something. Okay, so some severity I'll give something. This is very critical thing, right? Emergency, they have to look into it. Okay, so this is how. Okay, now next here only some web server someone tried to access. You might be getting every day 10 logs or something like that. 10 people might be logging into your system. Someone has reached now. Okay, example I'm giving. Okay, okay. Now some people has reached. Okay, now which system it is? Computer 2. This system I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay, computer 2 web server they have reached. Okay, now okay. So now say for example they will be telling like these fields won't be there. Process name, process ID won't be there. Okay, they will be having some new fields automatically before starting only it will be there. These are called like this. It will be like this. Let me extend this. Whatever the line is there, just ignore it. Okay, I'll extend it. Okay, this is kind of like what action that the user has done. Example, yeah, here this one. Action, okay, and okay, some URL, what URL user has actually accessed, okay, and what is the response that system has given. That is a response 200 okay or something like that. Response, okay. So these are the different again fields are there. So irrespective whether your system this one, okay, okay. So these are belongs to syslog? No, the fields are nothing but all fields will be there in the index, okay, but only the relevant values will be applicable for those particular event. Okay, now what I'm doing, see now process ID is not required, process name is not required, and source type is required. Correct, right? What is the source type?
Web
Web
server.
Web server. Perfect. Web server. Okay. And severity will be there? No. But message might be there or they're not. Okay. But action will be there. What is something like added to the cart? Okay. Removed from the cart. Okay. Item, added item to the cart, removed item to the cart. Example I'm giving. Some action might be there. Okay. So that is like added to cart. Something underscore you have to put for everything. Okay. Add to cart, add cart. He has added some product to the cart. URL might be like a company name, dot, okay, some resource. Host name, it won't be there. It will be like this only. URL means URI, I should say, resource. It will be like not the www.google.com won't be there, only forward slash. Okay, which resource he is trying to access, like products, okay, underscore, okay, computer one, some product is adding. Okay, so that is a response code. If it is successfully added means 200 okay. Okay, so now you tell me like this. Okay, if I have some other field will also be there from the web server one. Okay, guys, you are able to understand this or not?
Yes, yes.
Robin, you're
Yeah,
getting?
I'm good. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I just want to clarify this thing, how we are going to search. Okay, so focus here. If you have any queries, any one of you, just bang me. I will This is computer 1 example. This is computer 2 and this is computer 1. This is computer 2. Okay. So there is no process name won't be there. So it will be like empty for there. Okay. It will be the empty for there. It will be empty for there. Don't think means empty like that, but it will be nothing will be there. Okay. And it will be, there is a different method they will be accessing it. It is like, but there will be, this will be mapped to timestamp. This will be mapped to host name. This will be mapped to source type. Like that it will be. Okay. This is also web server log source type. And here it will be action is equal to something removed, like
Updated address.
no, just not offers, just removed his product from the cart. Okay, the customers will be right. So that is the reason. So, and it is from so and so location, like removed the product from the cart, product, some cart, something we don't require what it is. Later we'll see. We have some examples to look into. Then it is successfully has done. Okay, 200. Okay. Okay. Now, like this it is there. And there is what happened. Now you want to access the logs. So for example, these till here you have seen. Okay. Now what you want? Now, did you get by any chance why we have 3 or why we have 2 like that? No, right? There is nothing related to that right now. Nagendra? Nagendra?
No. It's not like that.
Correct, right? Now it is clear, right? Huh? They'll
Yes,
be keep coming and they'll be updating here. Correct, right? In the Splunk index. Now for that, what I'll do? I'll go here. I'll start writing the query. What the query? Say for example, if I want web server logs of all the systems, if I want, what I'll do? Index is equal to, okay? What it is? Index is equal to,
Host name.
guys, index is equal to,
index equal to computer
earlier
1.
I have told, okay.
Just
No. It is like, what did I
Indexer
say?
name. Indexer name.
Indexer. Earlier, what did I give? I tested data,
You,
right? I give
yeah,
here.
you
test
data.
data.
You test
Okay.
data.
You instead of this, you consider this data is DMZ data. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
DMZ. Okay. DMZ. Okay. Oh, okay. Now you tell me what is the I want only computer to logs. What I should write now?
Source is equal to
Source type equal to
Source is equal to computer to web server logs. Source is equal to
web server.
web server.
no
No, computer 2.
computer to
Okay,
computer
computer to
to. Okay. Then I want only web server logs. What I have
comma
to do now?
Source type
Uh,
equal to source
no,
type
no commas, no commas, no
source type
commas.
equal to web server.
Yeah, source type. Okay, let me put it in another line. Okay, source type is equal to web
Server.
server. Yeah, for this much only main things you have to remember to filter in the logs. Okay, other things is like you can say, now I want only the like remove cart related things only. I have to remove related logs only. I have to use it. So now what I have to do? Tell me. Extension. So now what you have to do is action is there, right? That is also called as a field. Like you have index is a field. Okay. Source is a field and source type is a field. Like that action is also a field. Action is equal to, okay, remove means only remove where and all in this particular database. Action is equal to remove when web server's port, wherever the web server type, I mean like source type and the computer name is 2, for all those filter where and all action is equal to remove is there, right? Those logs only will be displayed. Is that clear? So that's why these are called as fields.
Clear.
And fields will be only one field will be there. Values can be different. See, for action, different kinds of values are there, right? So
Yes.
message, different kinds of values are there.
Yes.
Source type is only one field, but values are different. Process ID is one field, but values are different. Process name, same thing. Host name also same thing. These are the fields. Field will be only one. Values can be anything. Different values will be there. Okay, is that clear now? How we are going to access any uh, data? How we are going to search any data in the web server? I mean, like from an index. How what
Yeah,
happens here?
this was clear. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Correct, right? So don't forget this. Don't get confused anytime. For writing query, your mind should get synced to this particular part. Okay, so that you can write any query, any point of time. Only the thing is just open the logs, see what fields there are, and if, say for example, let me show you. Where is yes, I think Teja, because the desktop. Because I haven't fixed my Splunk related issue, which we have seen on that day. Okay, now so now this is the what do you say? Uh, what I was explaining, guys, I forgot. Okay, okay. So see, I don't want any of these things. Example, I'm just clicking it. Okay, tested data logs. I've received it. I really don't even know that. Excuse me. There is something data, this whatever it is there. Okay, how many types of destination ports or something like that it is there. So what I'll do is I'll go here because still it is not yet loaded. Say for example, event IDs only. Okay, I don't know how many where the event ID is there. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just try to see. Okay, um, source type is equal to what is that? Um, win Oh, capital letters. Why? Caps you remove. Um, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, I have given that. I don't know how many types of Windows event logs I might be getting. Okay, some in this particular bucket, Windows event logs I have stored it. Okay, guys, don't compare with our data. Our data is in one bucket. We covered everything because we are not any organization. We cannot create multiple indexes for my sake for test data, whatever we are having, right? So that we don't. I mean, like in your own index, whatever the link I'll share for you to download, right? Those logs, attack logs. So you will be having everything in under one index, but in organization it is not like that. Firewall logs, all everything will be under one index. All what do you say? Your web server logs belongs to a specific team. Say for example, DMZ related will be there at one location. All backend servers related to under one index. All employee related websites which you can access internally will be under
So
one index.
will there be application-based indexes too?
Um, Definitely 100%.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. So if you are using, say, for example, ping intelligence related, you are monitoring all those logs. Okay. So you might have bought that product, right? That is one separate application, right? Correct, right? So you will you will the assets which are under that particular thing under one index bucket. What's happening with that particular asset? Okay, whether it from the health perspective and as well as from the application behavioral perspective. What is happening means what it is doing to the traffic. That is another context within the same index. And another one is what is happening with the device itself, health, okay, connectivity, okay, and memory, process, okay, heap memory, all these things as second one. Okay, so two source types will be there. One is like actual logs traffic related thing. Another one is health. Okay, so uh, for everything, like applications also, like if you take all web servers, say for example, um, uh, for Robin, whatever the question you have asked, right? Say for example, if it is the only web server, I'm not talking about any appliance or anything. Okay, they will keep under one, because if there is an issue with the web related traffic, if it is coming down, if they put it under different index, okay, then there might be like the context of that logs might get changed, because the under the same index, what happened to that particular server health, you can monitor it, okay, using the syslogs, okay. But web servers will be there, but of different source type, so you can segregate them. But whenever you want to see for this particular web server, I want to see uh, only the syslogs, okay, means like health logs, okay, so you can monitor that also. So that's why most of the times they will put the asset and the application web server where the web server is hosted, right? So that particular asset will be binded together. Is that clear? With the same
Yep, it is.
index.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so that is the thing. So this is about the syslog related, I'm sorry, about the search related things, and alerting will be there in the next. This is how you will do the search. You will filter the logs, okay, and you will get all the events like this. Remaining things, I don't think much required for us as of now. Tomorrow, let's move on with alerting, and then after that, complete. We will be looking at the scenarios in a more, what do you say, theoretical wise, okay, for a week. Like we are going, so that if we finish this, remaining parts and all, like a cakewalk for us, okay. Then after that, we'll jump into those, okay, the actual thing, because some people would like to go for some interviews, right? So that is the reason I'm just giving the scenarios discussion of itself. So might be like 4 or 5 days we can finish all the scenarios that are in the 555 book. Okay, I'll be sharing that. I shared with few people and I haven't shared with everyone. So that particular content, if you go through them, then revision is very much important before you go for interview. So that's why that reference, it will be very much useful. Scenarios which you can share with your these things. Okay. So let me stop this for now. Okay. Yes, I can. I would have taken it, but I don't want to prolong this discussion for some more time. Let's